All right, we're back with Miss Kona, the little rude Doodle. We will take the rudeness out fairly soon, but we want to keep her engagement high and her willingness high, and she's ready. So what I'm going to do today, I should have paid that, but she's getting a little bit ahead of me. Segueing from finding the position, which she did yesterday pretty well. So now I'm going to change the criteria, because I want eye contact, like she just did right there. So when I get upward engagement, eye contact doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as her head starts to elevate and her chin starts to elevate, I'm all about it. So she knows eye contact in a separate context. On place, I taught her to look at me. So now I'm trying to get a little mouthy girl. No problem. She pulled herself out of position. Negative punishment. I'll reward that rep. She's trying to figure out what to do, but good. I let her come through and experience a reward for that little repetition. Good. So I'm not looking for perfection. I want her to come through, shoot the little alleyway like we did yesterday, and just stop right there and give me eye contact. So I have the leash at a distance where I can have her come through the little alleyway, and I can also block her from leaving the alleyway. So you just have to find that distance of the leash that's enough where you can have your arm back and block her from leaving that little chute. That's a wood chip. You don't want that. Come on. Good. So her eyes just cut up a little bit high to me. That's exactly what I'm looking for. There it is. Beautiful. So I have about 4 or 5 pieces in my hand. We got a little mini jackpot that time. She got the whole handful as opposed to one kibble, one reward. So what are we experiencing today as opposed to the repetitions we did the other day? Is a lot more audible expression, a little frustration, which is good, because later when she becomes clear on the behavior, that frustration is going to get channeled into the behavior. Have a lot more ignition for it, a lot more clarity. But no problem, she's going to be a little frustrated because she's trying to figure out the answer. And again, the struggle of trying to find the answer is deep practice, and that's what we're looking for. Good. She's a little out of position there, but I got really good eye contact. So now I know I need to shorten up my leash just a little bit, because to get her to come through the alley, when she passes through, I don't want her leaving. And that time she actually did very well on her own. I just had to slow her a little bit. There she goes. Wow, what a good girl. Whole handful right there. Free. Super, very nice. So here's another example. I'm going to use how to fade the lure. So in these last repetitions, I've had a handful of food, right? She knows this. Sometimes that's actually a little bit too much of a distraction for a dog. But now I'm going to go empty-handed. She gives me the behavior. Then I go and reach for the food. So now I'm separating that whole lure of having the food present and obtainable in my hand, which makes it a little bit of a mystery for the dog. Now I'm going to have her do the whole behavior. And then I go into the cookie jar. And I can also pay her in position. For pet dogs, I like that. That creates a little duration. It creates a little bit of stability in the position. For our competition and police dogs, maybe we'll do a click release to create more fire, more dynamite in the position. What a girl, super. Very good. And again, with the mark, I really have a lot of time to dispense the food and distribute it the way I want to, because the mark has already said bingo in her mind that that's the behavior. What a girl, super. So another way I like to segue into creating motion and movement with the eye contact is after the mark, I'll go back into luring in the position. So it looks like this. We get her to come through, we get the upward eye contact, good. And then we start driving in the position with upward head movement, and she starts to eat from the same position she has for many, many repetitions. Super, very good. So for sport dogs and police dogs where I want really dynamic healing, I'll actually do this exercise with a pole. And when I start driving the pole, I start wrapping around, making a left turn that really creates some rear end awareness, that creates the dog's backside, kind of really wrapping the pole. Wow, what a girl. But again, just for the pet dogs, we just want basic position. I use a flat wall. We don't move off that too often. So And of course, that'd be the next segue. Once we get everything we're looking for, we have to fade the wall out of the picture. This is a prop, or it's also an environmental lure, or it creates a boundary where she can't leave. And again, we're chasing tons of repetitions first to create muscle memory and myelination, and then we do generalization, where we move from this position, we ask her to execute the behaviors in all different kinds of positions. Again, I'm going to try a couple footsteps, and we'll see if I can keep upward eye contact. So I get it. I start moving slowly. Wow, she gives me just a pace, one little pace with upward eye contact. Super. And we can try and expand on that. She's done so well with separating the lures. I'm going to just change the criteria just so slightly and see if she can execute the behavior and maintain upward eye contact. So we just kind of glide. Very good. So she kept the head position, but it's probably hard to see in the video that her eyes were kind of scanning me. She was scanning my left, she was scanning the right, scanning my pouch, saying, hey, dum-dum, when's it gonna happen? And she's scanning there. Wow, she just a couple steps. Again, baby steps, successive approximation. We're looking for very small, good intentions, effort towards a target behavior. We're not asking for everything at once. Very good. And what this allows her to do, it empowers her to find the behavior on her own. Again, I haven't even added the command much at all. Wow, that was really good head position. I'm going to end it there and jackpot her. What a good girl. Super.